Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 10th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Sunday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Sunday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your forecast for Monday and Tuesday. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather. We're going to take a look at Hurricane Lee, which is now a Category 3 hurricane, back on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale of 120 miles per hour. And also, we're going to take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and the storm report that came in this afternoon. And we're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center. We do have more tropical activity moving off the African coast. We've been predicting for a while, and it's starting to come offshore there. And a few systems we're going to have to watch because we got Invest 97L, and also we got another little tropical wave that has a 20% over the next 7 and 48 hours. Okay, and also we're going to take a look at Margot as well in the end of this video as well. Alright, if you're a new viewer and you have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. You get my forecast twice per day. January of 2024, I will be on YouTube for 1 year. So my 1 year anniversary will be coming up on January the 11th, 2024. So if I can hang in there for till the end, I'll be made it for 1 whole year on YouTube. And I want to thank everybody for being. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I hope I get to grow my channel even bigger. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and like I say, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and that way you get my forecast twice per day. Alright, well, let's go ahead and dive on into the weather forecast now, and we're going to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here, we're going to start off in the tropic. You can see here's Hurricane Lee down in the southwestern Atlantic Ocean, just east of the Bahamas. Also, we got dry conditions expected up here from Quebec, Canada, through southern Canada, back to portions of the southwestern areas of Canada as well. Also down towards Seattle, Washington, back over to the Dakotas, portion of Minnesota, through portion of Iowa and Nebraska, portion of Wyoming, down towards San Francisco, Los Angeles. Also down toward the Gulf of California, northern and central Mexico, also through portions of Houston, Texas, also through portions of Arkansas, through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, all the way up in Ohio, and also to a portion of western New York State. A little bit of dry conditions over a portion of western South Carolina, central North Carolina, and southern portion of Virginia. Alright, we got some showers up here in portion of Vancouver, Canada region, and also offshore Washington and Oregon State. We got some showers and thunderstorms over portion of Nevada, down towards Arizona, down into northern Mexico, through New Mexico, also in the Dallas, Texas area, up toward Denver, Colorado. Also over toward Iowa, back up to Wisconsin, portion of Minnesota, North Dakota. Also along the Canadian border there as well, in southern Canada also, toward Toronto, Canada as well. Alright, we got some showers and storms down in the Gulf of Mexico, towards Atlanta, Georgia, toward the Florida Keys, also toward Miami, Florida, offshore in the coastal water, through portions of the Carolinas, up to Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, New York, Boston, up to Maine, also portions of New Hampshire, Vermont, New York State as well. Alright, over here in the purple area here, there's some mixed precipitation in portion of Colorado, just west of Denver, and a little bit there in portion of Utah as well for your Monday. Alright, here's your Tuesday forecast. As you can see, we got quiet conditions from Quebec, Canada, through southern, central, and southern Canada, back to the southwestern areas of Canada as well. Also, once again, from Seattle, Washington, through the Dakotas, back to Minnesota, portion of Iowa, and also into Missouri, Kansas, back to just northeast of Denver, Colorado. Also down towards San Francisco, Los Angeles, the Gulf of California, northern and central Mexico as well. Also over toward the Houston area of Texas and Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and ports of Georgia as well. We got some more showers up here in portions of just around the Vancouver, Canada. Also down in the portions of western Washington State and also offshore as well. There's two. Alright, we got showers and thunderstorms up here in portions of Utah, down in Nevada, northern Mexico. Also in the portions of Dallas, Texas. Also in Oklahoma over toward the Chicago, Illinois region. Also in the portion of Wisconsin up towards the Great Lakes region, also towards Vancouver, Montreal, Toronto, Canada, over toward New Hampshire, Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., down to the Carolinas, also down across northern Florida, Gulf of Mexico, down toward the Florida Keys, and also into Miami, Florida as well, as a cold front continues to push off to the east. This is a fall cold front. This here should drop temperatures in the east as well. But ahead of the front, it's going to remain kind of warm and sticky with isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms continuing into Wednesday. Alright, the purple areas over here just west of Denver, Colorado, and also ports of Utah. Some mixed precipitation there. Also the red slashed area there with New Mexico and ports of Colorado. Some heavy rain and flash flooding possible in that region. Alright, now let's move on to Hurricane Lee. This is Major Hurricane Lee. You can see the eye wall is starting to form back in the system, so that means the system is starting to get a little stronger. You can see the convection looks a little bit better. And then you can see that the wind shear has relaxed in the system. Do not look quite as raggedy as it did over the past couple of days. This was expected for this system to kind of go through an area of wind shear, just as I've been explaining. It will go through it's going to go through a period of dry air, and also some wind shear get into the system, weaken it down. So now it's beginning to gain strength back to a Category 3 hurricane, and we'll look at that intensity guidance here in a minute. I would not be surprised the system could ramp back up to a Category 4 hurricane before it finally weakens as it moves further to the northwest and then to the north in the next coming days. Alright. Alright. We're waiting on that, so. Drew a blank there for a minute, folks. Sorry about that. Alright, anyway, here's the wind field of the tropical storm force winds. You can see the hurricane winds getting a little bit bigger. So that's why the hurricane winds are right in that center there. The hurricane center still got a major hurricane through 2 p.m. Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and pretty well agree with that, because like I said, it looks like it's going to get into an area where the wind shear will relax, and also it's got nothing to stand in its way for right now, so it can wrap up to a Category 4 hurricane as well. Then it's going to move into a unfavorable development, so that way it can weaken down to a Category 2, and it's going to continue to push off to the north. Here's Bermuda. You're in the cone of uncertainty. So, like I said, you're going to get some tropical storm force winds, even maybe some hurricane force wind if it happens to move a little bit further to the right there. Even though if that's the center of the storm, the hurricane winds stand out this far here. So some areas right along the coast areas could get a little bit of hurricane force wind right along coastal areas of Bermuda. So I would not be surprised to see that. Alright, if you're tracking this system at home, it's located in latitude 22.1 north, longitude 61.7 west. Maximum sustained winds at 120 miles an hour with higher gusts. And moving into the west-northwest at 8 miles per hour. It's going to move like a snail almost for the next 3 days. So it ain't going to move much because there ain't much stirring wind currents to kind of push it along. So it's just kind of slowly meander for a while, and then eventually, as soon as things start ramping up, that cold front coming in should shove it off to the north there. So we're waiting on that. Anyway, major hurricanes are 110, well, I might as well say 111 miles per hour plus. So even though they got 110, but that's greater than 110 because it starts at 111. All right, let's take a look at the hurricane models here. Hurricane Center, what they use. Here's the center of the storm right now. Continues to move off to the west-northwest. Then it's going to take a due north turn. This one here got the hurricane model, got it going to the right. I'm going to go ahead and agree with that right now, but it could bend a little bit back to the left, but I would not be surprised. Like I said, it could start bending a little bit back to the left here. But right now, I'm going to stick with that right now as we continue to go forward. Alright, take a look at the intensity guidance. Alright, right now it's a Category 3 hurricane, winds of 100 and about 110 miles per hour. We go up to 120 miles per hour. So that's a Category 3 hurricane. Like I said, a lot of the models do take it up into a Category 4. So that's why I said it could be a low-grade Category 4 storm coming up in the coming days. Alright, well, that's your tropical update. Now let's take a look at your local forecast here, the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, as you can see here, we got some flood advisory reports in Pennsylvania. Also some severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Virginia. Also over here in portions of the Wyoming region as well. And also we got a severe thunderstorm watch also in effect for portions of Kansas, also Colorado and North Texas, with a few ongoing severe thunderstorm warnings there. Flash flood watch in effect with a flash flood warning in West Virginia, also in the portion of Virginia as well. Over here we got excessive heat warning for you guys in Southern California and southern and southwestern Arizona. Alright, Alaska looks good. The northern and central portion of the Hawaiian Chain Island looks good. South side got a few gale warnings in effect for you guys. Alright, move on to the Storm Prediction Center overview. As you can see here, we got showers and storms extending from Maine all the way down to this Florida region, also down toward the southern Florida area. It's also down toward Cuba and the Bahamas. This is just general thunderstorm with just a few isolated severe thunderstorms possible in that region. Alright, we got more general thunderstorm proportion Illinois, as you can see down in Arizona and New Mexico. There's that slight risk that we had earlier this afternoon. I showed in my video. We've got severe thunderstorm watches in that area. Marginal risk in the green. As you can see here, marginal risk in the green, slight risk what I was just discussing. Alright, current watches. Here's a portion for southeast Colorado, western portion of Kansas, and the panhandle of Texas. Severe thunderstorm watch is in effect. Current MDS discussion, none are in effect. Storm reports. Right now we had 0 tornado report. Wind report, we had 0. High was 0 as well. Hail report, we had 11. 2 of them were large, so that brought the total number to 11. I would not be surprised to see a few more of these go up, maybe to about 15 or 20 maybe through the remainder of the afternoon and evening. Alright, they took place over here in western portion of Kansas and also into portions of Wyoming, as central and eastern Wyoming as well for the hail reports. Fire weather, no areas of fire weather, so we are in good shape. Alright, now let's take a look at the tropical weather outlook. We done discussed Lee here. I done talked about Lee. Lee has minimal central pressure of 954 millibars. Alright, here's Margot. If you're tracking Margot at home, it's located near latitude 23.9 north, longitude 40.1 west. Movement is to the north at 8 knots or 9 miles per hour. Minimum central pressures of 996 millibar, and the maximum sustained winds are at 55 knots or 65 miles per hour. And go back and check my video out earlier this afternoon and check it out. I went into more detail on my forecast, so don't forget to go check it out as well. Alright, let's take a look at this little system here right off the African coast. This here is the tropical wave located to the far eastern tropical Atlantic, just off the West African coast, producing disorganized shower and thunderstorm. Environmental conditions appear conducive for the gradual development of this system during the latter part of this week, and as it moves westward to west-northwestward at 15-20 miles per hour to the central tropical Atlantic. Right now it has a 0% over the next 48 hours and a 40% over the next 7 days. Alright, this is Invest 97L. I went into discussion of it earlier this afternoon. Alright, shower and thunderstorm activity associated with a weak area of low pressure associated with located a few hundred miles to the southwest of the Cabo Verde Islands. remain disorganized. Environmental conditions are forecast to become less conducive for development during the next day or so, as the disturbance slowly moves westward over the eastern tropical Atlantic. The system is forecast to merge with a larger tropical wave as it moves east to its east in a couple of days, and no further development expected after that time. So right now it has a 20% over the next 48 hours and the next 7 days. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well. Also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing, and we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday evening, folks.